Hi, Professor. My name is Vishnu, and my teammate name is Girish. We are gonna explain about ICP4 today. I'm going to explain about task one NumPy, and he is gonna explain about task two pandas. So, starting with NumPy, we need to import NumPy as NP first. After that, I'm creating an object called array, and we are taking a range of 20 numbers and we are printing a size of 15 characters. So we are using np.random.choice to print an array. On the next step, we printed array. And for rearranging array into 3 by 5 matrix, we are using array.reshape method. And in the parentheses, we are giving the values 3, comma 5. For next step, we are finding out the maximum value from each row. We need to give axis equals to 1 to give the take values in the row wise, and we are using array.max function here, and we printed the maximum values. For the next task, we are using np.isin method, which returns the maximum values in the form of true and false. We are using a boolean array object to print these. So to replace the maximum characters with 0 in the matrix, we use the isin method where wherever the values are true, we are replacing it with 0 in the next step using np.where method. After that, we are printing the diagonal elements of the matrix using array.diagonal. Uh, we are saving it in npy format using np.save method. That's it. That is the task one, and Girish will take it from here to the task two.
Hi, Professor.
Yeah, first of all, we are importing pandas as PD in the first step in the task two, and here we are reading the CSV file of given location. In the second step, we are displaying the data using the head method of a data frame, which will by default display the top 5 records from the data frame. And in the second step, we are describing the statistical information of the data frame that we have loaded. It by default it applies on the numerical data types like integer types and the float data types. It will gives us the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and the quantile ranges of that particular columns. In the third step, we are checking whether the data has null values or not, and for that we are using isNull method of a data frame. We can also use data.isNA method, and on top of it we are using the aggregation function called sum. It will give a number of records that has the null values of that particular column. In the second step, we are viewing the shape, the dimension of a data frame. Here we are replacing the missing values with the mean of that calories using fill NA method of a series of pandas data. In place equal to true means it will replace the values in the original object itself instead of creating the new object. And now we are cross-checking if the values are imputed or not. Here in the fourth step, we are selecting at least 2 columns and aggregating the data using min-max method, the count method. Here I'm selecting the max percent duration. I'm gonna apply aggregation functions like the min, max, count, and mean on top of them. Here we can see the values of those for those respective columns. The fifth step, we can see we are applying the filters on the data frame that has the calorie values ranging between 500 and 1000. For that, I'm gonna subsetting that the data frame as and applying the conditions in between. It will take the calories value greater than 500 and apply the calories less than 1000, and accordingly it will give the data. We can also use between method where we can pass the values range of values of that particular series. As we are using the calories here, we are passing 500 and 1000. In the sixth step, we are filtering the data frame, the same step, but with the different conditions here. We can see that no data is returning here as the condition is not satisfying or no records are for the particular condition. In the seventh step, we can see, we are selecting the particular columns, excluding the max pulse. This is also called the subsetting, we can say. In the eighth step, we are deleting the column called max pulse. For that, we are using the drop method of a data frame. And in place is called true parameter we are passing inside it. It will just replace the changes in the original object. And we are just cross-checking if that method has worked or not using the data columns, data frame columns. And here we can see we have only 3 columns here, and max pulse is excluded. In the ninth step, we can see we have converted the data calories data type, which was originally as float, into the integer data type. And we can see here the type is converted to integer 32. And in the 10th step, we are plotting the scatter plot between the duration and calories. And for that, I have used matplotlib.pyplot and aliased as PLT. And it has a scatter method and passing the x and y values. The x is the duration and the y is the calories. And I'm labeling the x as the duration and y as the calories here. And I have given the title as duration versus calories. Thank you so much.